Hello, plebeians, patricians, and everybody else. If you enjoy this video, please like, subscribe, ring the bell, leave a comment. It's a Global History Show with Mr. Benjamin. This episode, The Fall of the Roman Empire.
Yeah! Woo! So excited!
It's
Learning targets for this episode. I can describe problems the Roman Empire faced. I can explain the economic, political, and social causes of the fall of the Roman Empire.
Rome had conquered from Great Britain in north of Europe, west to Spain and Morocco, south along the north coast of Africa to Egypt, and east to the Tigris and the Euphrates River Valley. There were many causes of the fall of the Roman Empire, including overexpansion, political instability, increased warfare, high unequal taxation, government corruption, overuse of slavery, and finally, barbarian invaders snuffed out the fire that was Rome. Rome conquered far-flung lands, creating an empire that more than spanned the Mediterranean Sea. Managing their diverse people in far-off lands was difficult. Without the plunder from new conquests, Rome funded their government and luxurious lifestyles of the patricians, upper class, with ever-increasing taxation. Rome also increasingly relied on latifundia, large farms using slave labor, and less on small family-owned farms. Increasing use of slave labor drove prices down, making family-owned, slave-free farms unable to compete. Latifundia were taxed less and family farms were taxed more. Trying to restore order, reform Rome, and improve administration, Emperor Diocletian divided the empire into an eastern half and a western half in the late 200s CE. How did he cut Rome in half? With a pair of Caesars. In 330 CE, Emperor Constantine moved the capital to the eastern city of Byzantium and renamed it Constantinople. The eastern half of the empire controlled key trade routes, and their economy flourished, while western half of the empire was less affluent, wealthy. The Eastern Empire experienced more Persian and Greek influences, and the character of the empire changed, such as they spoke Greek instead of Latin. The Roman imperial system of government was corrupt and unstable in its structure. When Roman emperors died, there was no system to determine who the next emperor should be. Many emperors were assassinated. Whoever had the ability to seize and maintain power became the next emperor. Often, generals had the ability to seize power, but needed the support of wealthy aristocrats to keep power. Government leaders became beholden to wealthy interests. Government thus became responsive to the needs of the wealthy and unresponsive to the needs of the rest of Rome. This is the definition of corruption. Rome had many bad rulers. Nero exemplifies corrupt bad emperors. Nero covered live Christians with tar and burned them slowly as giant candles. He had hungry lions, tigers, and bears, oh my, attack unarmed Christians for entertainment in the Colosseum. He changed the date of the Olympic Games so he could win all of the medals. He poisoned his stepbrother. He ordered his mother stabbed and drowned. He chopped off his wife's head and presented it as a gift to his girlfriend, whose head he later chopped off. What do you call a spicy Roman emperor? Habanero. Caligula was another example of corrupt bad emperors. He had Greek ruler Alexander the Great's body dug up so that he could wear his armor. He sacrificed a priest at a bull sacrifice ceremony, killing the priest by smashing his head in with a large hammer. He said he was a god and that Rome was just a city of necks waiting for him to chop. He appointed his favorite horse as a top government official and appointed 16 servants to tend to its needs, feeding it oats with gold flakes in it.
Weak but relatively wealthy Western Rome was attacked by several different uncivilized tribes. Barbarian Invasion. These invaders included several Germanic and non-Germanic tribes. The Germanic tribes included Goths, Visigoths, Burgundians, Franks, Vandals, and Anglo-Saxon. As the Huns, a tribe from the steppes of Asia, invaded Central Asia, many barbarians north of Rome fled from the Huns, seeking shelter within the Roman Empire. One of these groups were the Goths. The Goths, after poor treatment by Rome, rose up in rebellion against Rome. After the Romans were unable to defeat the Goths were incorporated into the Roman army. Alaric, leader of the Visigoths, another Germanic tribe, invaded Western Rome. Alaric was the first to sack Rome, the capital city. Rome employed many barbarian warriors as mercenaries to help protect Rome against other barbarians. After using barbarian warriors, Rome often refused requests of payment in land to settle. These barbarian warriors then turned on Rome, taking the land they were promised. The Huns, led by Attila the Hun, first extorted payments in gold from Rome, demanding huge payments not to invade. After Rome stopped paying, they invaded.
What did Winnie the Pooh and Attila the Hun have in common? Same middle name.
After several events of sacking the capital of Rome and barbarian invaders continuing to raid and even settle in the Roman Empire, in 476 CE, the final toppling of the Western Roman Empire came at the hands of a barbarian named Odoacer, most likely a Hun. The Romans did not differentiate between barbarian groups, so historians aren't sure.
This just in. The Origami Museum at the outskirts of the Roman Empire at the end of the Silk Road has been attacked by Goths and Vandals. More as the story unfolds.
The barbarian invaders settled in formerly Roman territory and ruled. Rome had fallen, and Western Europe would enter the medieval age, or Dark Ages. Smaller kingdoms formed with local kings attempted to provide protection from marauding barbarians. The Western Roman Empire broke up into smaller feudal kingdoms, while the eastern half, renamed the Byzantine Empire by historians, continued and to experience a golden age under Emperor Justinian.
Gone was the centralized government of Rome. Gone was the system of laws based on the 12 tables. Gone was the disciplined professional army, the legions of Rome. People were more concerned about eking out a livelihood and not dying at the hands of marauders than advanced math, science, and engineering. The many advancements of Rome were cast aside with the fall of the Western Roman Empire. The advancements of Greece and Rome would be preserved and built upon by the Byzantine Empire and the Islamic empires. The achievements of Greece and Rome would be returned to Western Europe after the medieval ages during the Renaissance. Rome would leave a legacy of the Latin language, Roman Christianity, Republican democracy, law based on the 12 tables, and the Roman technology and engineering. Well, that's it for the show. Cool, a barbarian. I didn't know there were barbarians around anymore. Well, outside of New Jersey.
It's a